August 16th, 2016. Getting involved in my father's health care. On August 6th, my parents were supposed to go on vacation, something they haven't done in many, many years. Instead, Dad asked Mom to drive him to the hospital. I should have realized then that he was dying, because he'd never go to a doctor or hospital willingly. He went because he couldn't breathe, and I assumed Chuck and crew were with him while he was in the hospital, and that Chuck would make sure that everything was happening as it should. On August 11th, I think, Dad returned home, so I thought he was better, but he wasn't out and about with Chuck. That was fine with me, as I'd prefer he rest, but it wasn't until Chuck came to me on August the 18th and asked me what I thought of Dad's condition. Since he meets with him every morning to go over the workday schedule, I was taken by surprise. I told him I never see Dad except asleep on the couch. August 16th was all-consuming, as I had to send out an alert about Joffrey cat kittens being passed around like playthings at the Paramount Grill in Gainesville by Christine Jenks of Carson Wildlife Center. Eddie Serio of Black Jaguar White Tiger had gotten his minions to file false complaints about us, alleging that we pay for likes, and without even contacting us, Instagram shut down our account and we lost hundreds of thousands of fans. Instagram is proving to be difficult to contact about the matter. Luana is losing her mind over it and emailing me every few minutes in her panic. Dad can't breathe, so Mom calls the paramedics. Jamie texts me and says, "Why are there paramedics at Grandma's house?" We rush over and paramedics won't give him oxygen unless Dad will get in the ambulance and go to the hospital. Mom and Dad both insist that nothing is ever done for him at the hospital and won't go. They are right about no lasting good coming of these last 2 emergency trips to the hospital, but I haven't been involved enough to know why. We get him all hooked up and breathing better. The paramedics told him to sit up as much as possible because the fluids building up in his lungs are what are drowning him. Later, Jamie and Justin came by and spent about an hour talking to Mom and somewhat to Dad, who's mostly sleeping, and have Justin's father, a doctor, on the phone. Meanwhile, Pete came up with a new booking flow for ticket sales and wanted to implement it on our website. Usually, I'd insist on doing it myself because I don't want them installing backdoors and malware, but I was so otherwise consumed that I gave them access. The end result was that they managed to slow BigCatRescue.org down from about a 9-second load time to over 30 seconds, and the booking doesn't work on mobile, which is where we book half of our tours. I'd like to scream, but I can't because I had to go listen to Jamie and Justin's report about my father's condition. I'm grateful that my son-in-law is a vet.